Hi, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be signing up for Camp NaNoWriMo 2023 and taking a look back at all my old NaNoWriMo and Camp NaNoWriMo projects from the past few years. I am on the NaNoWriMo website right now, and I'm going to take their invitation to sign up for Camp NaNoWriMo. So the name of my project, I put a poll on Inkit because that's a new feature, so I was like, might as well just do it, and asked what project I should do for Camp NaNoWriMo. And the options I posted were this newer story that I started a while ago called A Little Out of Step, With Your Love sophomore year and With Your Love junior year. The With Your Love books are part of a series, so basically a lot of my books, most of my books are connected somehow. So there's a series called Eastridge Academy, and the first one, as far as kind of how I wrote it, because it's not technically chronologically the first one, but anyway, the first one that you should read is called Eastridge Academy, Z Calloway, and there's a bunch of partner books in the Eastridge universe, and then Zeke's sequel to Eastridge Academy, Z Calloway is With Your Love freshman year, and then With Your Love sophomore year, junior year, senior year, whatever. Well, I've only written freshman year. I have like a completed first draft of that, and then With Your Love sophomore year, I have like half or maybe 2/3 of a completed draft. I included it as an option because I kind of wanted to do something like newer for Camp NaNoWriMo, but I ended up my one super faithful follower on Inkit. I have, let me see how many followers I have. Okay, so I have 69 followers on Inkit, and one of them is my super faithful follower. Their username is Mirth, M-I-R-T-H-E, or Mirtha4, I don't know. But anyway, I put up this poll, and the only person who responded was Mirth4. And so they voted for With Your Love sophomore year because in the comments they've been like, please update soon, and I just haven't been working on that. And so then I put up a second vote to agree with them because I was like, I know that's what I should work on. So anyway, this is just kind of my way of making myself do it. And so yeah, the name of my project is With Your Love sophomore year. The project status is in progress. It's going to be public. It's a novel. Camp NaNoWriMo. Yes, on to your goal. My word count goal is 50,000, of course. Starts on April 1st, ends on April 30th. The genres, LGBT, romance, young adult. Yep, that's pretty much it. I don't like doing summaries and excerpts. I don't care for them very much, and I don't have a Pinterest or a playlist, so save project. All right, now we are set up. I first heard of National Novel Writing Month, aka NaNoWriMo, back in high school, maybe middle school, but I think it was high school. And I wanted to participate, but I was like a really, really busy person in high school, and pretty busy in middle school too. Because I was in band, I was in soccer, I was in NHS, I was in a lot of AP classes, and I was just tired. I'm like, I did a decent amount of writing in high school, but it was all very sporadic and when I had time. So doing National Novel Writing Month would have been really just adding stress that I didn't want. So I never did it in high school, and then I never did it in college, even though I think I totally could have. I felt more stressed out than I had the right to be in college. So my very first NaNoWriMo was in 2021, and it was With Your Love, which was originally, so the With Your Love books only recently got split into the 4 years of high school, or like somewhat recently. It was basically after I did With Your Love freshman year for NaNoWriMo in 2021, I was like, man, this is gonna be way too long, so I was like, I have to split it up. So my the actual project was With Your Love freshman year. And that November, I wrote 50,148 words. So I won National Novel Writing Month. Wait, let me look. Let's see when I finished. November 23rd. And then, like, for most of these challenges, whenever I got to that 50,000 mark, I just stopped. So I finished on November 23rd. And that's pretty great. My highest word count day was 5,889, which is pretty good. And that was November 4th. But yeah, I had a really good time with my first NaNoWriMo experience. And so that made me really excited and confident to participate in more. So in March of 2022, I was looking basically for an excuse to do kind of a NaNoWriMo thing. And so I found this very little known thing called Chapter Book Challenge on the internet, and it's in the month of March, and its nickname is Cha Boo Cha. So anyway, on NaNoWriMo's website, I made a goal of 50,000 words for Cha Boo Cha, and I worked on my story called Eastridge Academy, The Nichols Brothers, which chronologically in the Eastridge series comes right after Z Calloway, the character from With Your Love. It comes right after he leaves Eastridge, basically. It's like a couple months later. And it follows these three brothers who are in different age groups, and yeah, it was a fun one to write. The characters were different, and but yet I had like characters in the story who I was familiar with. So it was a lot of fun. I went pretty hard on this. I started out, my first day was 2,427 words, and my best day was March 21st, where my word count was 5,289, which is pretty big. And then the next day, March 22nd, I got 4,663 words, and that was the last day. That was when I hit my final number of 50,287 words. So that's pretty fun. And this was also a really good experience. And in fact, I had such a good experience doing this in March that in April for Camp NaNoWriMo 2022, I decided that I was going to do another challenge. But this time, instead of writing, I had an editing and revising challenge, which proved to be not very fun. Like, not very fun at all, honestly. So I ended up making my goal. I got 50,092 words. And on April 1st, I hit my goal nearly exactly, because you have to get 1,667 words every day for NaNoWriMo. I got 1,699. And my highest word count day was April 2nd, day 2, when I did 7,175 words. And don't forget that this is like editing and revising, so I didn't write that many words. And it really dropped off after that for a while. I definitely struggled with Camp NaNoWriMo. I finished on April 24th. I did about 2,500 words that day, but I remember very little from this month. I didn't have a particularly great time doing this. But anyway, Cameron, I had done so much work on it in May of 2021, and this is April of 2022 that I did Camp NaNoWriMo, that I was just burnt out. And I don't know, the story, like, so many parts of it I've read so many times and edited so many times, it doesn't even seem good to me anymore. But people on Inkit still really like it. So I know it has hope someday. I need a break from it. But yeah, so that was Camp NaNoWriMo. So, you know, my first Camp NaNoWriMo was not the best experience. But that doesn't mean anything. For National Novel Writing Month of 2022, I did Eastridge Academy, Z Calloway. This was not a traditional NaNoWriMo thing. I wanted to edit and revise, and I told myself I was gonna go every single day of November, no matter what the word count. And my actual goal wasn't 50,000 words, it was to revise and edit the entire story. And I did, and I ended up in the month of November getting 97,642 words that I revised and edited. My best day was day 5, where I got 12,172 words. And some of the days, my lowest day was November 30th, when I did 327 words. But you know what? I did it. So yeah, this one was definitely an experience. I am so thankful that I did this for NaNoWriMo, even though part of me really wanted to do like a new project. But I'm incredibly thankful that I did this one because I fixed some like timeline errors that I hadn't even realized were there before, and I rewrote some scenes so that they're much more like realistic and just better. So the reason I did end up choosing to do this is because I had my husband and my childhood best friend read Eastridge Academy Easy Calloway and give me feedback, and they gave me a ton of great feedback that was like things I hadn't thought about before and just really important for the development of the story. So yeah, I took all their feedback. Well, okay, I didn't take all of it. You know, sometimes there's like you disagree, but I fixed some things according to what they said, changed some things, whatever, and it was great. Both of my NaNoWriMos has been super great experiences, and I didn't participate in any of the write-ins or like any of the events that they do. It's all just like I want to self-motivate and do this. And it's like a pretty private experience, even though my husband knows like, yeah, I have a writing goal and I'm going to hit it every day and nothing is going to stop me. Because there was this one day, it was, let's see, I think it was March or April of 2022. So like Chabu Cha or Camp NaNoWriMo, there was one day where it was a really long day, and I was like, originally I was like, I'm not gonna write today, but then I was like, no, I have to. And he was like, why are you doing this to yourself? Because you're like not having a good time. And I was like, I have to do it, you don't understand. But anyway, so I did do it, and yeah, I'm glad I did. But anyway, so this Camp NaNoWriMo should be super fun. I have been considering vlogging it a little bit. Like, I'm definitely not doing daily vlogs, that would be way too much. But let me know in the comments if you would be into watching Camp NaNoWriMo. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.